you're away from your partner, maybe you haven't had sex in a while, maybe an option that you're getting along with is around. I don't think you can generalize this to the Western.
Oh, I can, honey. For the amount of people, I mean, yeah, I'm totally doing it. He was not that great in bed. He didn't satisfy me. He was all worried about coming himself.
Oh my god, that's another reason cause of cheating we haven't discussed.
Bad sex. And 10 to 15% of women are unfaithful in married couples. So men, you're still leading. I mean, good for you.
Leaders
in the right segment. The only places you can lead. Hi, I'm Momo.
Hi, I'm Koel.
And welcome back to the
Komo Show.
What are we talking about?
Cheating in relationships.
We are.
Dun, dun, dun. Do we have a master's thesis on this subject informally? Yes, we do.
Always.
Hi, Mom.
We went to our university where the only courses we did are the topics we talk in the Komo Show.
Right.
If you're interested,
Life
sign
University.
Komo University. Yeah, let's talk about cheating, isn't it? Like, it's happened to the best of us.
Everyone has been cheated on, apparently. So first, let's do it like we always do it. So how do we define cheating, Rinima?
So there are multiple definitions for cheating because there are different kinds of cheating.
Okay.
But today, in the interest of time, we're going to talk about one specific cheating, that is cheating in relationships. And the definition...
Relation.
This is
Relation.
Talk all about it. Okay, so as per the dictionary, cheating can be defined as having an emotional or sexual relationship with someone else without your partner's consent, especially in a monogamous romantic relationship. So basically, if you're banging someone else
Or thinking about banging someone else.
while you are like in a full-fledged relationship with whoever, you're fucking cheating. As simple as that.
So remember we said in one of the previous episodes, like, men can't deal with physical cheating and women can't deal with emotional cheating.
Absolutely. That's a big one that we are going to discuss. What are we going to talk about today? The first thing first, we are talking about why do people cheat, and then we're going to talk about how it's different for
Men and women,
So they all-
and
yeah.
whatever else you identify as.
yes, all genders, right? How it's different for each gender, sexuality, let's say. We're going to talk about how people cope with infidelity different ways. Like, I might have a certain way of doing it, she has a certain way of doing it, whatever. We're going to get into it.
Then how society views cheating.
Yes.
What does that mean in terms of how you were raised, what your conditioning is, what you believe about the genders to be true, how exposed you are. Everything contributes to your view on these topics. So
Cultural aspects, societal attitudes, expectations, and all of it from the whole cheating thing, right? And then we kind of we quickly will run through a few scandals. I mean, it's just nice to gossip always. I love it.
I'm very in touch with celebrity.
Yeah, of course, who isn't?
Unashamed.
So we're going to gossip a little bit about a few scandals, celebrity and few general people.
Hopefully global and local.
Yes,
Yeah.
both, a little bit. And then food for thought for you guys about what you think about cheating. All right, without any further ado, my dear friend.
Let's go. So
Which one? First one, causes. What do you think about it? Why do you think, even before we go back like to just straight out, why do you think if you ever had to cheat?
I just have a quote.
Okay.
It's Esther Perel. She's a very famous relationship and intimacy expert in the world, and she has a very famous TED Talk. She says like most people in relationships don't cheat because they've stopped loving their partner. It's because they want to step out of the version of themselves created in this relationship.
Okay.
Just step out of it.
Rephrase it. Because I feel like I got it, but I still feel like I didn't get it.
Okay. Most people,
Okay.
they don't cheat because they've stopped loving their partner.
Okay.
They cheat because the version of themselves in this relationship, they want a little bit of a break from.
Okay. Oh my God, that kind of makes sense.
It's a really cool one because I feel like
Because people are so
It's
human
not-
beings get bored so fast.
you can't make it a black or white. Oh, he doesn't love me anymore. She doesn't care, and that's why she did this. There are multiple things that have nothing to do with you sometimes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you are caught in the crossfire of someone else's thing that they maybe haven't admitted to themselves yet.
No, I get it. So kind of like saying, and I know when you say about this, because I know that the relationships which are like beautiful, when I say beautiful, like they're normal, they don't fight, but yet the guy or the girl cheats. And it's mainly not because they've fallen out of love, they're never gonna leave each other, mind you, like what you said, but they just need a freaking break from like the mundane.
Need a break from this version of their life.
Yeah, the monotony, maybe, and all of it. And also the first thing, maybe boredom. Like people get bored. Let's say one of the main causes cheats is they're just bored with like the person or like the situation or whatever it could be, right?
I'm bored. She's boring. I'm boring. We're both boring.
Another reason I think is when you're going through a huge life change. Like 80% chances of cheating increase when your partner is pregnant. So when you're going through a huge life change,
hard. Okay, I'm going to control my emotions today.
Yeah.
Because I've been cheated on so much, so we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah, no, but like, yeah, it's very interesting. When you're going through a huge life change, usually the trauma of like dealing with the new version of yourself sometimes makes you want to look for an escape.
I think if I had to rephrase that, like I was thinking of talking similar lines. You outgrow one outgrows the other one. Don't you think it's that? Because I feel like what's so important in a relationship is for both of them to grow together, for both of them to be invested.
But what if, again, you're saying grow out of like it's definite.
You outgrow.
What if you just need, no, what if it's not outgrow?
Okay,
it's
so
not
maybe we keep
dramatic.
that for later. Okay.
It's just this change in our lives right now, I can't deal with. And I can't talk to you about it.
Okay. So you're saying if somebody who's got into a relationship and they're like, oh my God, it's different than my regular life and I'm getting...
And I don't know how to deal with this. And this is the way
Of course that happens. We know that.
You don't not love that person.
Yeah.
You don't not want to be in that dynamic.
But you're just overwhelmed. Of course. Number two,
overwhelmed with life.
True. And
overwhelmed
you just
with change.
Yeah, because you have a new person in your house. You might be giving keys. You might just be like not spending the same amount of time. You're sharing washrooms and you're sharing like kitchen space, right? That could freak you out. But one of the causes that I also thought of was that I feel a lot of people, and that happened to me personally, was that I outgrew each one of them. And the first time, like for example, when I saw my very first boyfriend, he was like, whoa, love this guy. It's so cool. Look at his piercings. Like he rides a pulsar. Wow. Like, all of that. 2 years later, I was like, wait, he's still an agent, in a corporate company, and I was like a trainer. So I was already promoted, working like 7 years lesser than him in the same company, and I wasn't excited by him anymore. I wouldn't say physically, but intellectually. I got bored with him intellectually. I felt like my imagination began where's his ended or something. Like, you know what I mean? The same guy I found very exciting. And which is why I feel it is like, again, I sound like a relationship guru, but precisely why it is so important to not like take it easy in a relationship and take it for granted, because people might just get bored of each other. And not just bored. I didn't get bored of him. I outgrew him. And I outgrew all 3 last relationships of mine. Do you think people, one of the most common
Convenience. Hold on. Convenience.
Okay.
Especially with long distance. You're away from your partner. Maybe you haven't had sex in a while. Maybe an option that you're getting along with is around. It's geographically. Dude, most people do things for convenience, okay? A lot of your life is convenience based.
Like basking in the glory if you had the chance. Let's say, for example, I'm a guy and you're a girl and you're in a bar and you're like hitting on me full on.
I'm hitting on you.
You're hitting on me full on, okay?
Are you hitting on me?
And I, as a guy, know that, okay, she seems like somebody who is just, like, you are okay with a one night stand real quick. Do you think the guy is going to say no? Even though he might have a wife back home?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, he has a wife back.
Yeah, I mean,
just
of course,
slid in there.
cheating. Like, I'm talking about cheating. Like, you know, so you know what I mean?
No, I have been hit on by married men a lot. So now I know this is not a thing for them at all, like in my experience.
Yeah,
for sure.
so.
It's been pretty like interesting because sometimes it's happened while their partners were in the same room. Sometimes it's been in a really unnecessary joke or like a passive aggressive insult about like towards their partner, towards their marriage, like something that I was definitely put off by and did not want to be around. And then suddenly it flips and you realize this person's hitting on you and it's really strange. But I don't know, like I like the idea of believing in people that are committed to each other and
like
genuinely
hope and trust.
I'm an idealistic gal, bro.
Right,
Like,
all for
hope
it,
is
right?
humanity. Like,
Yeah, of
hope
course.
is humanity. So we hope, but we're in the land of garbage and fuckboys. So
I think self-esteem and insecurity has so much to do. Like my very last relationship. And the reason I keep bringing in my relationship is because I'm talking out of my own knowledge and experience about this whole topic, not out of novels and newspapers, right? So he was a struggling artist, and I feel like he cheated on me on the 2nd month of our relationship because he knew I was too good for him. You know that
he
happens.
was like, I'm going to cheat before you cheat on me.
Yes, and that is a real thing, and I forgive you, my dear friend. Thank you for leaving me because I'm now married to Gautam Agarwal. Do you see the diamond? You wouldn't have been able to afford it. So anywho,
It's very interesting that we're talking about all these causes because like I have had...
It resonates, isn't it?
No, it really resonates
Yeah.
because honestly, a lot of people I care about in my life have cheated on people, are like, have cheated on someone. I have never.
Yeah.
Again, gold star girls. Ding, can you put our halo on us right now or like
yeah,
later?
a
Whenever.
pink one. Okay, we're talking about
Society and cheating.
no, we're talking about gender differences in cheating. Why do men cheat and why do women cheat? Are they for the same reasons or there are completely different reasons?
Actually, don't know. Can we look this up?
Yeah, we can. Research suggests that men and women may cheat for different reasons. Okay? Men often cheat for sexual gratification or ego boost, while women may cheat due to emotional disconnection or unmet needs in the relationship.
Huh.
Kind of sums it up pretty well, isn't it?
Pretty primal. The first
Right,
one's
I
pretty
get it.
primal. The second one's pretty, pretty emotional.
Because for men, like, I don't think most men who cheat are not cheating because they are not in love, like, with their wives. Because I think about all the men who might just, like, hire an escort or a prostitute or a whore or whatever that word whichever is your favorite, pick one. But they have a full-fledged, most have full-fledged families back home. They love that structure. They can
Can we
only
look
live
at
without
data
the
on
structure.
like cheating in India? Do you think there's any data on this?
Let's see. I just said how many people cheat in relationships because we like to give facts. According to Wikipedia, 18 to 20% of marriages and 30 to 40% of unmarried relationships have at least one incident of sexual infidelity.
That's quite a bit, man. That ratio is quite a lot.
Dude, 20 to 25% of men and 10 to 15% of women are unfaithful in married couples. So men, you're still leading. I mean, good for you.
Leaders.
Leaders in the right segment, the only places you can lead. Basically. Good job. All right, keep doing it. We will get there. Why would you ever cheat? Under what circumstances would you cheat? You're a woman, so that'll kind of give them a perspective of why a woman could potentially.
I wouldn't. I don't.
Okay. Wow.
I just like have the decency to have a conversation. I feel like it's really disrespectful to someone's intelligence. Also, for me, it would be. It always has been. But yeah, it's like you don't respect me enough to tell me the truth.
Okay.
It's just respect for me. So I just yeah, I'm very down to having the tough conversations. Like I'm all about talking about things you're going
Same,
through.
yeah.
I feel like when you make poor choices, you feel like you don't deserve anything because you feel like shit. So you have to hold yourself in high regard. Continue making good choices. Like you have to genuinely be able to, and wherever your line is, it can be different for everyone. But if you are okay with the choices you're making and their consequences, whether you see them right now or you don't, is something you're okay with that, because that's all adulting is, accepting choice and consequence, really, you know? So if you're okay to sleep at night with what you're doing and you're like fine with yourself and you're not really getting bitter somewhere inside or hardening somewhere inside, I don't know, go for it. Like it's your life and you get to live it once, and we can only like offer you very like some of our perspectives and our personal experiences, because this is, I think, a pretty personal topic.
Yeah.
We've all dealt with it in some degree or been affected by it, you know. Our friends have cheated in college. We've heard of cheating stories. We've sometimes seen things happen in our workplaces. It's everywhere. So we always like shining a light on topics that no one really would talk to you about. That's why we like to talk about these things.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Before we move on, I'm going to talk about under what circumstances would I cheat.
Oh,
I have never cheated though. I've been cheated on, like I told you, but proudly so. How many years? 16 years previous relationship. I've been in a relationship from almost 20 years of relationships all together with 4 different men. Current one is still in my life, so don't put nazar. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never cheated, and the reason I could never cheat, even though I've been cheated on, was because I'm just that person who cannot take the stress of having to lie or delete messages and go to sleep and hide this and put a passcode and continuously be anxious. I just can't go through it for 2 minutes of pleasure. I couldn't do that, right? But I think one of the main reasons I never cheated on the guys, despite being cheated on, was because I feel like why would I make a whore out of myself for someone who is such an asshole? You know, who didn't value me? I'm not gonna degrade myself. That was one of the main reasons, like, you know. And I think it came from one of the worst revenge fucks of my life. Like, you know, when you're in relationships, you're 20 years old, you're 23 years old. What is your immediate instinct? Like when you get cheated on, you're like, fuck this, I'm gonna go fuck someone right now, and this and that, right? You're like just being in your 20s. And the same stuff, right? When I got cheated on after like being with a partner for like 6-7 years, after I got done with him, I had all of this negativity that was like bottling up, right? Because I knew that I was getting cheated on, I was getting beaten up by the guy, I was pouring it all in there, you know the frustration one can have after giving it all in.
yeah, I know that frustration.
Yeah, so you kind of hold on that, oh, I hope he will change, and I hope he will change, and then all of a sudden the bubble breaks and you're like, fuck, why was I such a nice girl to this guy? Like, why the hell was I loyal? Because the one way I could have given it back to a man I know is by just going away and sleeping with another man. That hurts them the most, you know? And I didn't weaponize on it. Like, I'm so proud.
No, but it's interesting you said that because like I grew up like studying literature.
Yeah.
And 11th and 12th, we constantly studied books where like the main characters did all the right things. They were
And they
good
still got
people,
cheated on.
And they still...
And that's the saddest, and
something
that's
still
the
happened.
freaking
So
saddest
I
part.
also have this fear of like, why am I following all these rules? And as long as like constantly checking in with myself to see how they're evolving for me
Yeah.
as I age. Because things are changing. There are
Absolutely.
permutations and combinations and nuances that have come into like, it's not very black and white though.
Yeah, and
every
you know
person
what?
is very different.
The nice
And-
person is not that easy to be nice. It's not so easy to be
And
loyal.
not to be nice like
Because
24/7.
I know, yeah, because when in my 20s, did you think I did not temptations? Of course I did. I saw a hot guy and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I went through those natural thoughts. Like, I wanted to have sex with other people because I was bored being with one guy for like, whatever. And he was not giving me emotional satisfaction. He was beating me up or whatever. So I can only imagine under what circumstances a woman may cheat by putting myself and going back in my own life. And I'm like, I would have cheated on him because he beats me up, I would have cheated on him because I wanted to get back to him. I would have cheated on him because he was not that great in bed. He didn't satisfy me. He was all worried about coming himself.
Oh my God, that's another reason, cause of cheating we
Yes.
haven't discussed.
Bad
What if-
sex.
Bad
Like,
sex.
come on,
Oh
you
my God,
come
bad sex.
every night and
So
I
you
come
love
once
this
in a
person.
year. I
No,
cannot
but you
live
love this
like
person,
that.
bro.
But I love this
They
person.
get you.
That's what I
But
do.
the sex is bad.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So women may cheat because of that too. I can only, like,
Men
I'm
could
putting
also cheat.
myself
This is
there.
like-
yeah.
this is a genderless thing.
Or if
Bad sex is genderless.
I would have cheated if I
guys.
found like it's a natural temptation to also want to cheat on your partner when you know that they are cheating on you because you're like, fucking, you're doing it, I'm going to do it too. Laying it out there.
We discussed revenge.
But be careful is all I'm going to say. I regretted a revenge fuck for the rest of my life. You know what? It happens, you are so vulnerable because you're still deeply in love with this person who did all the wrong things to you because that's how love works, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't control your mind. The mind is in complete control of you. That's what love is. And you just want to get back because that's what your ego, your everything is telling you. But your mind's not ready for it. And you go in and you just feel more miserable because it's just not something that helps you. So don't do it, okay? It's what I will say. Rather just go have a drink, meet your friends, go on a trip. Hit on
Do
a few
something
guys.
for yourself. Like fuck people.
Hit on a few guys, get hit on. Look gorge. Like, walk the street and know that they're looking at you. That's what's gonna make you happier than going and just meeting a random guy. Piece of advice. Try it. All right, moving on to the next segment. Are we ready to talk about how different people cope with cheating or infidelity differently?
Well, how did you cope? So we've both been cheated on. What is your main coping mechanism? Like how do you mainly get feel?
So this is funny. It changed with age. When I got cheated on when I was 19 years old, I remember calling the guy 100 plus times, hurling a bunch of abuses, sending him nasty messages, waiting in front of his office. And you get me? Fucking, I'm ashamed of myself. But that's what age does. So don't be ashamed. It's just, I think it's a natural.
You just have to go through it. But
Yeah. Second one.
Been there.
This
been there, done
is
that.
now when I'm 24. The guy cheats on me, and I break down everything in my house, 55-inch TV, every furniture, burn down his clothes, throw them all from the terrace to the 6th floor down on slush, break his windshield, so that was me at 23. Then I got cheated at 30. When I got cheated at 30, I told the guy to pack up, made sure he left my house in 30 minutes because he was living at mine. I went to the loo, I cried, I looked into the mirror, I looked so pretty when I cried. I looked into the mirror, I cried out loud for 3 minutes alone in the house, and I called my bunch of friends, and I partied from that day for 18 months straight. Turned my corporate job into I don't know, something that was heavenly for me at the time because I met such amazing people from all sides of the world. I became a model. I went to Thailand. I knew that I was fucking gorgeous. So you see how I dealt with it in different age group differently. If I get cheated on now, I will again do it differently. That's crazy. I will just walk away. I will not give the guy another second of this and my presence because I value myself so much more today.
Rihanna has a really cool quote about this. She said,
You are such a code gal. I love it.
She's like, I don't do revenge because losing me is punishment.
Of course.
I believe in that. I
Yeah.
genuinely do.
What would you
I've
do?
always walked away.
How do you?
I've always.
Oh,
walked
you
away.
are like what I dreamt to be, and I'm.
It was really hard, but I was very
Not
sure. lot of
of
what I
you.
did not want.
I know it's hard.
And that was really, really hard because like you
kudos.
really care about this person.
Kudos to you.
And
I'm telling you.
no, always walked away.
Kudos,
I
bro.
never. But like I did have like moments where I was like, fuck, I didn't get to say my piece. Like because I had lots of pieces coming
Well,
in.
you know what? It's
no, but
this.
lots of pieces coming in layers like onions
Yeah.
over the years. You realize different things at different stages of your life, and you're like, oh my god. And then you start building up a monologue in your head of like, if you ever met this person,
Yeah.
or if you ever passed this person in public,
Yeah.
and you're very like certain of how you're going to behave because you've been hurt so much you can't let it slip. You can't ever let them see you slip. Like that's just how I go.
Yeah, no, I think
I
it's
just
the
never let them
most
see me slip.
graceful
And I walk
way.
the fuck away, bro. Because honestly, I respect myself too much. I'll be honest. Like I really like myself, and
I'm so glad you're saying this. Like, it's you. People need to hear more of this. You know, like
no,
this
dude,
is the way. And for me,
no,
no, an opinion.
everyone cheating on me was awful.
Of course,
But
undoubtedly.
each time I just walked away, like in some way. I just
And
cut
that's
off.
what you should be doing.
The first time I was over it in 3 days. Now my friends thought I had become a robot, but I was just fine. I was just in college and I cared a lot about what I was doing and what I was studying, and this just didn't fucking matter anymore. I was like, fuck this. I'm doing something I've waited my whole life to do, and this can wait.
So no confrontation. You just like it
Nothing.
makes me-
That-
Yeah,
that-
and these are the two ways.
And then
man.
he got pissed at me 3 months later when he was back in the city, which like, fuck
fuck
you.
off. Like, dude, we're
But
done.
anyway.
Please. Thank you. Next.
Thank you. Next.
Okay, while we are at this, just before we move on, what I also want to kind of put it out there is that please respect the fact that people have different ways of coping with cheating. I think I will confess to this myself. I feel like one of my friends, and thank God I have multiple friends. One of my friends got cheated on in her marriage, and I really questioned her decision of she wanting to stay back with the guy after, despite knowing, and the way the cheating happened was nasty. They're happily married. They have whatever right now, so no judgment today, because I've learned that it's not right for me to impose my perspective or my ideologies on someone else, because that was her life and she has the right to decide how she wants to and today that is why I want to be so careful, and I want to like kind of tell you that there are people who choose to stay back in relationships despite knowing that they have been cheated on. But I think
It's actually secretly, I feel like a lot of Indian families also.
of course. What do you mean? What do you mean Indian families alone? I think so many families, all
Fair.
globally, not just in India. I feel like 70% of couples do not have a natural marriage. Like when I say natural marriage, normal marriage, or like they.
But who defines what that is? Like you can't.
No, okay, fuck it. I'll rephrase. I feel like
normal,
70% of the couples are cheating on each other.
Okay.
Can I just say
Okay.
that?
Hard.
Right? So that's again just my opinion. I don't have facts to
Not
back
from
it up.
Reuters, just Rinima.
Just Rinima
Yeah.
Borah Agarwal, aka Momo. So All right. So don't judge anybody. Let them be, help them, whatever. But don't like, oh my God, are you still in a relationship you're cheated on? Yes, babe, I am.
So was
Okay?
Beyonce.
So, my husband didn't cheat on me, so again,
So
don't
was
get
Tom
it.
Brady.
So is most millionaires and multi.
There's this famous
Millionaires
quote.
and billionaires.
You show me like a beautiful man or a beautiful woman, and I'll show you one man who's sick of her.
Jesus. The court gal went on it again. Okay, society and expectations. What do you think are the societal norms or perception India with?
I think most people, like divorce was a very late concept in India. I think in the 60s it was
I never got that. I don't know why it is that.
No, and people knew like one divorce and they were spoken about in whispers. Like no one was allowed to say divorce out loud. Because in India, if you whisper the word marriage, they'd be like, marriage, let's get you married.
I mean, that's
like,
against societal norms. They
That's what they do.
dictate.
And the idea is India is a very coupled up country, genuinely. Like everyone, life works better. You have like a social sign off when you tell someone you're married. They're like, oh, like I get you, So, I mean, I really feel like it's a huge cultural thing in India, and we're all encouraged to stay with our partners regardless. A lot of the times, I feel like that's what I've heard from majority of data across the classes. Like people say the rich are too rich to care and the poor are too poor to care. It's the middle class holding up the like this fragile idea of like fake morality up in there. Like
By
very
middle class, we mean us.
log kya kahenge, but
That's how I feel, right?
that's why they like stay with this weird person.
I feel the
sometimes.
same way. I'm like, oh my God. Like, if someone gets to know, like, if ever my husband cheats on me, what's the people going to think about? That's like for the first 30 seconds. And then I come back to my normal self and I fuck you. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like, I feel like, what do you think? Will you be like proud of if people got to know that you got cheated on? Do you care?
I don't care that people know, because these are
Okay,
things that
that was
happen.
my question.
These are things that happened to me.
Right.
So, and I have nothing
You
to
don't
be
let
anything
society
about.
dictate how you should.
Yeah, because why should I feel bad about anything? This
Yeah.
speaks so much more to them than it does to me.
I also feel it's such
I just
cultural,
feel
like
it.
culturally it's so different, like based on region to region. Like I feel if I'm looking at like the West, mostly the culture is kind of like they look at it as such a technical thing, and they're kind of most couples are absolutely okay with technical.
I don't think you can generalize this to the Western.
Oh, I can, honey. For the amount of
West?
people, I mean, yeah, I'm totally doing it. I'm okay with you not agreeing to it. I'm totally doing it. Yes, I've seen too many, and I'm not going to shy away from saying that. If I'm comparing, like, I will tell you this: as an Indian girl, are you okay with the concept that you are in a marriage, a happy marriage with a family, and while your husband's traveling, he has sex, but he has absolutely no emotional connection with the girl. They don't talk ever. It's done, job done, and move out, and the wife is absolutely okay.
I don't think this is a region-specific thing.
I feel like it is.
No, how
So you're gonna be okay?
It's not about
Answer
me.
my question.
No, no, no.
It is
You
about
answer
you.
mine. It's about
You didn't
why
answer my question.
are you assigning personality qualities to
Because
regions? But why is
that's
the
because-
West more and the India less?
No, I'm
Why?
not saying West is more and India is less,
That's
but I'm
what
saying
you're
the
saying.
culture.
Like West is-
Jesus, I'm saying the culture of cheating is way more common and toxic over there than here in this context only. Now, okay, answer the
I need
question.
data to prove this.
Answer this
Like,
question.
This is an
Are you
opinion.
okay with your husband while he's traveling? Would you be okay with him having sex as long as he's not emotionally connected to the girl?
No.
You're not okay with cheating.
Cheating is not okay in any way.
However, I feel in the West, most women are okay with
You
it
can
than
feel
not
something,
being
but
okay
can
with
still
it.
not be true.
Okay, let's read it out. Let's find out. Okay,
Data.
go ahead. Fine. This is from my own personal experience. Now let me see what Google says, because you might
Which
have not.
part of the world?
Let's see this. This is gonna be fun. Okay. This is the first time we're going versus.
This is the first time we're going versus actually.
First time we're going versus.
Infidelity rates by country.
Go for it. Let's do this. Hello, honey. Hello, guys. 1 second. I gotta give myself a standing ovation.
United States is
stand
71.
Which one's Alpha? All right. Thank you, guys.
United States is 71%. Fuck.
Okay.
Germany 68%.
Okay.
That's a shocking fact.
Where
Why?
is India?
Why?
Like, where is India?
I don't know,
Most
where-
Indian
do
women.
we have-
but again, I want to also kind of put this out there that this does not mean this is exclusively only the. I know Indian women too who is okay with that kind of a culture in some marriages, and each to its own. No judgment, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's only the West. I'm saying it's majority of the Western culture as compared to Mera Bharat. Bharat mein bhi hota hai. Bharat mein I don't think people talk as much as they talk. So
Oh my god, India stats.
she's gotten into facts again.
Okay,
India stats. Okay.
Yeah, feelings can go fuck itself. Out of a survey of 70,000 people, 22% of adults in monogamous relationships have cheated in those relationships. And about 50% of the folks surveyed admitted to having had cheated at some point in their lives.
There you go. Okay. But that's, you're talking about cheating. I was talking about how arrangement, how people
No, India
stay
still is
in
lower than
marriages
US.
despite infidelity, because in some places that culture is okay as long as you're not emotionally connected with the person you just slept with and you never stay in touch and all of it, you're good to go. So some people have that kind of flexibility in their marriage. Marriages are different. So once again, no judgment. And just saying it exists, so deal with it. And
Scandals.
oh my God, we're talking about scandals.
Wait,
next.
what do we know about scandals and cheating?
So many, dude. I mean, was it one of the main ones? Jennifer Aniston got cheated on by Brad Pitt.
Angelina Jolie, that's a famous
Angelina Jolie got cheated on by him as well.
Did she?
Tom Cruise cheated on. Or silly Nicole Kidman. Oh, beauty.
It's not about how beautiful
Hold on.
you are.
Wait, can I think of any Indians who got cheated on? Let me see. This will be so embarrassing, and I'm not doing this on purpose. I swear on my mother and my.
The ministers watching
Don't.
porn.
Okay. Which one? Who? Oh, ministers watching porn.
The
Okay, that's
ministers watching porn in parliament.
no, but do you know of any scandal of Indian celebrities? I almost want to say it, but I don't know why I don't have the balls to say Indian celebrities. I feel like they take offense way more than the Westerners.
Maybe she's right.
Yeah, it's crazy. They can't take a joke. But anywho, like we all know scandals. Like, come on, let's talk about
No,
the
India we have to do.
The elephant in the room. I almost want to say it. It's like at the tip of my tongue. Do you want to say it? The tall dude with the short one?
Oh, Tristan and Chloe.
Dude, in India. Tristan and Chloe. This is a move to the Kardashian world.
He's a tall dude and short guy. No.
Tall dude and
I'm
short
short
wife. And the sidekick. 9 infamous cases when Indian celebs cheated on their partners. Ranbir Kapoor cheated on Deepika Padukone. Cheated on Katrina Kaif. Okay, Ranbir Kapoor. Don't cheat on Alia Bhatt. Who is this? Aditya Pancholi. Your son cheated on somebody, didn't he? Wasn't it the girl who killed herself because of it? Oh my God, we don't want to talk about you. No, move on.
Crazy.
Amir Khan, I don't think it. Okay, I don't know. I didn't read about it. Have you read about this?
Never.
But I know that he married twice and divorced twice, and it's your choice, dude. You're too good an actor. I like you, so you're fine. Oh my God, Boney Kapoor. I think his was a very innocent thing, wasn't it? He loved his wife. He had Arjun Kapoor and the other beautiful girl from.
So he married the woman
and then
cheated
he
with.
just got flabbergasted with Sridevi. I mean, I can imagine what Sridevi.
No, but he
did.
cheated on he cheated on his wife.
Mona
with
Kapoor really
Sridevi.
cheated on her with Lake. Oh no.
And then left his wife when Sridevi was 7 months pregnant.
Oh.
So he stayed with the woman he cheated with.
Oh, Farhan Akhtar. Oh no, I liked him. I know that he married again, but did he cheat? Like, why
cheated
did bitches?
apparently.
Oh damn, Saif Ali Khan. He was mad. I mean, his I can understand.
Bro,
I don't know why I'm being biased
Everyone.
towards this. I don't want to judge. Like whatever. I don't know the story. And I don't want Kareena Kapoor to come after me. And your eye roll.
Dharmendra is an old
Influence-
famous one. Dharmendra is a famous.
All right, so everyone's cheating basically. All right, all the
Everyone's
scandals. So many more. We can keep going on and on and on. But then you know what? I think it's been a long day. I want to literally just call it a night. Anywho, but tell us what you think about cheating.
Our informal master's thesis, guys.
Telemario, is it a deal breaker for you or is it not a deal breaker for you? Have you been cheated on? Have you not been cheated? How did you cope? How did you cope with the situation? And what do you think about people who choose to stay in marriages or relationships post cheating? All of it, whatever we spoke about. Let us know your perspective. And anything
Tell us what you think, and as always, like, share.
subscribe or comment. We'll see you guys next time though. Bye.